countdown starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Bass in your face. Bass in your face.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with the channel or watching this channel for the first time, the reason why it's called Uncommon Sense because here we discuss everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. I want to let everybody know that I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. And once again, I have not enabled the subscriber mode, meaning anyone, whether you be a subscriber or not subscriber, are free to enter whatever comments that you wish to make in the chat. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to the channel. Whether you've been a member of the Uncommon Folks since day one or recently joined this week, I really appreciate all the love and all the support all of you have given me, okay? Include especially the new subs. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media, especially when it comes to Instagram and TikTok. Your continued support really warms my heart and it really brings joy to me, the amount of support I have received. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter into your devices, and a huge shout out to all those who watch from the cloud, even the haters, okay? Which they until are really secret fans. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you have not done so already, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do produce content, you have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. Okay. As you can tell by the thumbnail, we're having open discussion tonight. Now, for the benefit of those of you who have no idea what goes on in open discussion, basically what I'll do is I'll give you my point of view regarding certain topics that I'm going to talk about. Of course, the audience will have an opportunity to opine and express their point of view. And also, if they have something that they want me to discuss, I will discuss it as long as we can keep it respectable. Okay. Usually I don't do the stream this late, but there's a first time for everything. And the fact of the matter is, I have fans from all over the country. So while it's 10 o'clock over here, it's 7 o'clock over in the West Coast. So the first thing I'm going to discuss is regarding the IRS delay in reviewing tax returns. Okay. Now, why am I even talking about that? Okay. If you go into social media, and particularly YouTube, there's been a great deal of discussion regarding the fact that for whatever multiple reasons, there are delays in processing the returns. And this is in light of the fact that the IRS receive what for that budget a huge amount of money. Usually, the IRS budget is, I think, it's $5 to $10 billion. So there was funded an additional $80 billion. You would think they can, process the returns more quickly. Usually, if you file your return electronically, um, you should get your refund within 21 calendar days. Okay. What we see is that there are many people, for reasons I know, have not received their returns. Okay. So, what is the solution? Okay, the solution is fine. Okay, of course you can download the Where's My Refund app, and you can um, check it every day to see what's the status. Usually, it's in three phases. The first phase is when the return has been received electronically. The second phase is when they actually approve the refund. And the third stage is when it announces the date where the refund will be electronically sent to your bank account. Okay. So, um, what I'm gonna recommend that you do is the following. Um, Call the IRS. Okay. Now it is a bit of a challenge because you're gonna have because there are multiple prompts, and if you have to listen to all the prompts. So what I would suggest is you wait until you get to the section when you're asking for income tax information, personal income tax information, and then once you get there, you're gonna ask, you're gonna wait until your option is given, for selection. Now, normally within a few, like 15, like 5 to 10 minutes or so, you will eventually speak with someone. Okay. So what you're gonna do is the following. You're gonna state, yeah, of course, you're gonna state your name, and you're gonna state that you have. It's been more than 21 days since you electronically submitted your return, and you'd like to get some information. Okay, so what they're gonna do is, on a case by case basis, depending what information you need, um, they're gonna ask for your social, they're gonna ask for your date of birth, they're gonna ask for your residence. Okay, and then what they will do is they'll put you on hold, and then they'll do some research. Within a few minutes, they'll give you an explanation as far as why. Okay. So my advice, um, just be patient because unfortunately, there's really not that much you can do except call the IRS. Now, I would suggest that you call the IRS in the morning, okay? Because if you wait until the middle of the day, you may have to wait. You may wait a considerable amount of time. It may make you can wait hours. So I would say the best time to call is after 7 a.m. That's the best time. But as you go through the day, you're gonna wait. The wait will be longer before you speak with someone regarding the status of your return. Now I know there are companies that post tentative schedules where the IRS is tentatively will post the returns. Don't base your information on the information you receive from the IRS. Okay, so that's all that. Now, one of the things that sometimes creators have a hard time doing is trying to find topics. Okay, it's always some point where um, you try to come up with a topic to discuss, to share, and you draw a complete blank. So what is it created to do? Well, there's a couple of things you can do. You can take a look what's going on, um, whether it be in TikTok, whether it be in Instagram, whether it be on YouTube. You can always do reaction videos. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you keep it, respectable. You don't slander anybody. You just present the information as is. So other times you can also um, ask other YouTube creators for advice as far as what's considered topic subject to discuss. I have done that a few occasions. Before I forget, let me just state that the link to join the panel has been pinned. If any one of you wishes to join the panel, just hit the link and you can join the panel and you can um, express your point of view as you see fit. Again, let me make this perfectly clear. If you've never been on the panel and you've never been on in the chat, I will ask you to please come up in the backstage to make sure that no troll comes in and tries to flash anything inappropriate, which would cause the good people of YouTube to take down their stream. Okay? Why people do that, you got me. I don't know. And it's not my job to speculate on the why. It is my job to try to maintain a mature platform where people can express points of view, and we can disagree as long as we are respectful. So, that's some options you do have. What I've done in the past and I've stopped doing is doing rebroadcasts of past streams. I've done it a couple of times. Um, Problem is people can get confused and think it's a live stream. Um, how you wish to do it, I don't know. I stopped. I mean, I've done a couple of rebroadcasts. I try not to do that because I believe in actually delivering content. Okay, and based on what I see so far, it looks like it's not going to be a long stream. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to be talking about, okay, is in the world of politics. Okay. Now there's been talk about there might be a partial shutdown um, if Congress was not able to reach a budget. What does that mean? That means that certain departments will not receive the funding that they need to perform their functions, whether it be Department of Defense, whether it be the IRS, whether it be the Veterans Administration, the Armed Forces. And what could happen is um, government employees may end up being furloughed because there's no money to pay these people. So what happened today was they passed a budget resolution, meaning what they do is they approve funding for 3 weeks. So that means in 3 weeks we're going to be facing this whole scenario again. Why Congress does this, I wish I knew. Your guess is about as good as mine. Okay. I mean, unfortunately, what it does is creates the image that Congress cannot do anything, whether you be Democratic or Republican. Okay, and it sucks because it's like every couple of months we're going through. I mean, instead of creating a budget for the fiscal year, which is from October 1st to September 30th, what they do is basically pass a little short-term budgets. Okay, What it does, it creates drama for everyone involved, and usually it's time for either party. Usually the Republican parties, they act all big and tough and all that sort of thing, talking about, well, we gotta cut spending, we gotta cut spending, we gotta cut spending. Okay, which is a lie. It's it's. Let me make this perfectly clear. There's a great deal of hypocrisy with both parties. Okay, one of these days I'll do a stream based on that. So in another 3 weeks, we're gonna go through this crap again. Okay. Can they reach a deal? Uh, I would like to think that they can, but it seems like Congress, the House, all they can do is moan about Joe Biden, try to get him impeached, and not do anything else. And for this, they're getting the House, the members of the House getting close to $180,000 a year. Plus, they get multiple weeks where they go on vacation. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about, well, some of the difficulties that we creators have. Some people think that it's easy for us just to get behind a camera, get behind a laptop, and just talk. Okay. Actually, it's more involved. Okay. When you are a serious creator, YouTube creator, um, you do have to do research regarding the topic that you're going to discuss. Okay, why? Because you want to sound okay. You want to come. You want to at least express some knowledge. Now, if you want to express an opinion, that's fine. Okay. However, if you're going to do a serious stream, you have to go through a lot. You have to go through your sources. You have to look at sources other than Google. You have to take a look at articles and things of that nature, and become knowledgeable regarding the topic in question. Okay. And mind you, you're not going to know everything, but you should have at least some knowledge that you can have and maintain a discussion. That's the thing. So, and particularly when it comes to new creators, among other things you need to discuss what's going to be the goal of your platform, what's going to be, or what is your niche. Okay, are you going to be doing just videos? Are you going to be calling shows? Are you going to be doing shorts? Are you going to do a combination of the thing? Okay. How you do that, that's totally up to you. What I will suggest, particularly those who are seriously thinking um, become creators, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, or any social media, you take a look at some of the other successful YouTube creators or content creators. I'm sorry. You study them, and then you develop your own niche. What's going to be discussed, and then you need to think about what you're going to allow on your platform and not allow. Okay, and of course you have to be prepared to deal with haters, because we're all going to deal with haters at one point or another. Okay, um, and basically haters are going to hate you because number one will be your content, or number two, it will be the people that you choose to hang with. Okay. which brings me to the next thing, which is YouTube politics. Now, when I was a starting to be as a creator, I did not realize what I'm going to be dealing with. And I see here we have Irby in the chat. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Tonight we're having open discussion. So I'm just basically talking about a bunch of things. Right now I'm talking about uh, what new creators need to deal with. Okay, and like I said before, you're gonna have haters. Okay, you're gonna have people gonna watch from the clouds. Okay, they're gonna call you everything but a child of God. They're gonna say that your content is lame, that your content is boring, that you have a struggle stream, etc., etc., etc. Okay. What you need to do is first of all develop a thick skin. Okay, because if you let them bother you, they will be on you like white on rice. That is the reality. That is the reality. So you have to develop a thick skin. Um, Once you figure out what's going to be the goal of your platform, once you figure out what you're going to do on your platform, once you figure out what is acceptable and not acceptable, then you will create content. Okay. In time, you will develop a core group, a support base, and you will select people who will be moderators. And what they do is they help you to control things in the chat and the stream to make sure that no one gets out of line, that no one does anything inappropriate or says anything inappropriate. Okay, and of course, it also helps when you learn how to do things in StreamYard. Yeah, that's right. Let's follow Irby's advice. And thank you very much, Irby, because you've been one of the most faithful supporters I have had on this platform. Okay. So, now, of course, no one is born um, knowing how to use StreamYard. It is a process. That's why they have videos on YouTube as far as how to create a stream, how to pin pin the link, how to edit and things of that nature. So let's see. So also um, one thing that it will help you. Okay. One thing it will also help you to do. Try to visit other platforms, and you can learn how they do things. And sometimes when you visit other platforms, you may encourage. You might get other people to support your stream, your platform. Okay. So let's see what's the next thing that I'm going to be talking about. Oh yeah. When you get to be my age, which for the record I'm 61, you get hit this question quite a bit. The question is, when are you going to retire? My answer has always been the same. When it's my time. Okay. When it's my time, I will retire. Okay. First of all, before you think about retirement, what you need to do is you need to start thinking about what you're going to do once your working days are over. Okay. how you're going to spend the days the rest of your sunset years. There's lots of things you can do. You can develop hobbies. You can develop um, talents. You can travel. You can volunteer your time. In other words, try to okay. What I recommend for those who are thinking about retirement, um, try to keep yourself active and try to just keep yourself busy. Because what happens with some people is that when they retire, they don't know what the heck to do because they've been done nothing but work. And people suffer from boredom and people get depressed and what have you because all you know is work. Develop a habit, a hobby, um, travel if you wish, do some of the things that you haven't had the opportunity to do so. In other words, enjoy life, okay? Because look, if you're fortunate, you will live to be to your 70s or 80s with proper diet and proper care. So make sure that when you approach your sunset years, that you enjoy life and you do the things that you never had a chance to do. Okay, just don't try to recapture your youth or what have you. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, now some of you don't know, may or may not know. I also have another YouTube channel which I have not produced content in almost a year called Latina Diaspora. Okay, now originally when I created this channel, it was meant to be a channel regarding with topics regarding with the golden sphere. I don't think, okay, I could be wrong, but I don't think the golden sphere exists now, at least not in the original sense, due to many factors. Um, Unfortunately, there's certain creators who had a sense of jealousy and want to be the bosses of the golden spirit. So basically, it's been, in my estimation, does not exist, at least not in the sense it was originally intended to. Now, I don't know a great deal about it. I do know that it was a concept that was originally developed by Caesar Cannon, I believe. He is a YouTube creator which has not produced content in about a year. Why? I don't know. Okay. Well, okay. I was just trying to be respectful. Okay. But if it doesn't exist, it's because you have certain people that didn't know how to play well with others. Okay. I'm not going to mention anyone's names because it's not necessary. Um, but it is what it is. It no longer exists. Okay. And it's kind of and it's kind of sad when you think about it because the original intent was to create a space, a community for biracial and multiracial people. Okay. Of course, you have different elements. You have mulattoes, you have MGMs, you have uh, Blasian and multiple groups of individuals, all of them trying to have their own identity, which is understandable. It's just that unfortunately people couldn't get along with each other. So it is what it is. So I changed it from dealing with issues with the golden sphere, dealing with issues pertaining to the Latino community, particularly us Latinos that were born and raised in the mainland. Now, I have not produced content in a year. I will start producing content um, this month. Probably going to start with two streams just to see how it goes. And I'm going to try to um, encourage other people to watch it. Okay. So you're going to be seeing that quite a bit when I do produce content. Okay. Okay. Now the question is when I'm going to do it because in all fairness, it's not easy um, when you are producing content for one platform. When you are doing content for two platforms, that is a huge challenge. Okay, so I will somehow, some way, somehow find the time. I might do short streams on it just to see how it goes. Okay, and of course the same rules will apply. Everyone will be welcome to appear on the platform. Everyone will be welcome to appear on the comments and express their point of view. The same things will apply, meaning that if you are not a YouTube, if you have not been on the platform, I before I will ask that you please come up in the backstage so to make sure that no one flash anything inappropriate, which would cause the good people of YouTube to take down the stream. Okay. I will have some information hopefully next week or the following week when I'm going to be doing these streams. Um, I might do it either Saturday or Thursday. We will see. And of course, a huge shout out to the people watching the stream, even those from the clouds. I would appreciate it if everyone can hit the like button. Okay, you do not have to send me a donation, a cash app, but I would appreciate it. Everyone that comes in, to please hit the like button. Okay. Now, as far as topics for next week, okay. Monday, I will be discussing the topic regarding forgiveness with through a Christian perspective. Now, I did spoke about it limited length on my last stream when we discussed why people can't move on. So part of it is the inability to forgive. So I'm going to be talking about that on Monday at 8:15 p.m. It's going to be through a Christian perspective. So I'm just going to I'm going to state facts. Uh, I might share a verse of scripture or two. I'll try not to go overboard because this is not really a Christian platform, so to speak. It's more of open forum. Everyone is able to express their point of view respectively platform. Just that the creator is a Christian. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, it was Denise that actually made the suggestion. So let's give credit where credit is due. So I'm gonna be doing a stream on Monday night. Wednesday, I'm gonna be doing another stream. I'm still dealing with what's gonna be the topic for Wednesday stream, and then I'm gonna be doing a stream either Thursday or Friday, and it'll be another episode of open discussion. So I think going forward, I will be doing a stream on open discussion once a week, or it might be in my words, whatever it may be. Okay. So you're just gonna have to stay tuned as far as what's going to be the topic for Wednesday. Friday or Thursday, it's going to be another um, issue with open discussion. Okay. So let's see. Another thing, what I'm going to be doing as it gets closer to the time that I have my knee replacement, I'm going to be doing a blog. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about my experiences leading up to the day which I'll have surgery. Now, why am I doing this? Fact of the matter is, we have other people who are thinking or are in the process of getting a knee replacement, whether it be a complete or a partial. Okay. First of all, the term for a complete knee replacement, it's kind of a misnomer because basically they're not removing the entire knee. What they are removing is the part of the knee that's been damaged because the cartilage has been worn away. So what they do is they remove that portion and then they put in an artificial um, knee there. And of course, it's made out of plastic, metal, and whatever it is with a cement base. Okay. So I'll be talking about it, but it's gonna be mm, probably um, a month before I actually have surgery. Okay, and the whole purpose is to encourage others who are who are thinking about getting a knee replacement. Okay, this it would also apply if you're getting a hip replacement. Okay, because it is considered major surgery. However, it is elective surgery. Okay, meaning it's not an emergency, but what you're doing is you're trying to correct the problem because let's see. Would you ever forgive the people who you beef with on YouTube these past 2 years? Okay, okay. This is going to be my approach. And again, I discussed this on my last stream. Forgiveness does not mean restoration. Okay. And basically, and good evening, Donna Mandel. Thank you very much for stopping by. Basically, what it is I'm reaching the point where the people who have beef with me, um, what they did or what they say no longer affects me to the point when I have bad memories. Okay, that's the whole point of forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean restoration. Forgiveness does not mean that all of a sudden me and the person who did the deed are bosom buddies again. No, I'm just simply letting go of the hurt that people did. Okay. In some cases, restoration is possible, others it's not. And it's okay. Okay. As long as you do not allow what they did to affect you to the extent when you become obsessed and when the deed is allowed to live rent free into your mind. Okay. As far as the people that have peace with me, I don't have peace with them. However, some of them will never be allowed on this platform. Okay. It's not a question of revenge. It's not a question. It's just that it is best that we go our separate ways and just keep it moving. Okay, you know what? Again, okay, I then done amount. Like I said before, forgiveness is one thing. Restoration is something else. Okay, and all you're doing is you're letting go of the hurt, the slander, the betrayal that they committed. That's all it is. Okay. Because unfortunately, some people have a misconception when it comes to forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean, okay, I'm going to pretend it never happened. Forgiveness does not mean that I'm not going to take into account I was betrayed. All forgiveness is that you're not going to allow the misdeed, whatever it was, to be the obsession of your life. That's what it is. Okay. And yes, you can forgive people and not have nothing to do with them any further. Yes, that's possible. Okay. And yes, it is biblical. Okay. I mean, there's been accounts where the disciples, when they go to a town or village uh, to preach, and the people just did not receive what they were saying. So basically, what they did was they shook the dust off their hit the sandals in protest. That's all. In other words, they went their separate ways. Okay. So I think we got to bear in mind forgiveness does not mean restoration. Okay. Can it happen? It's possible. However, for that to happen, the person who did the offense have to take accountability for their actions, acknowledge what they did was wrong, and then take resolute actions not to repeat it. Some people will do that, some people won't. Okay. And if we want to talk about the perfect example of forgiveness, um, Jesus gave the perfect example when he was hanging from the cross and dealing with all the pain, the physical pain, what have you, when he actually said to God, forgive them for they know what they do. Okay. I'm sure Jesus was not necessarily thinking about restoration with those people. Maybe, I don't know. But forgiveness is one thing, restoration is something else. So that's gonna be so that's gonna be the topic on Monday stream. Okay. Um like I said, it's gonna be with a Christian perspective. So some of you may not agree with what I'm gonna share or what I'm gonna say. And that's perfectly fine. We can have a discussion and you can share why your perspective is correct and why is it wrong. Okay. Because believe it or not, this is not an echo channel. Everyone, and I repeat, everyone has a right to express their point of views as they see fit. And if we disagree, fine. Let's be respectable when we disagree. Unfortunately, we have certain individuals in these YouTube streets and outside these platforms that feel threatened when you don't blindly agree with what they say, particularly when it comes to the mega sheep crowd. Okay, yes, I call them mega sheep because they say and do whatever that their fearless leader Donald Trump says. Okay, so and I guess it's easier to blindly follow someone than actually use the intelligence that God gave you in order to think for yourself. Okay, just give me a moment. Um, and like I said before, excuse me. Okay, like I said before, everyone, and I repeat, everyone has the right to express their point of view. Okay, so there's a couple more things that I want to discuss before I wrap this up. Now, there's a thing that we all need to do is what I call quiet time. And what is quiet time? Quiet time is when you can basically spend some time, which is downtime to relax, to calm down, to meditate, to unwind, to detox. Because every day we deal with a lot of, we deal a lot of stress. And I see here we also have Keisha in the house. Good evening. Before I forget, let me just state that both Don Armando and Dreadlock Diaries have their channels. Okay. Um, Don Armando discusses many things, but a lot of it has to do with the Dominican Republic and Dominican culture, things of that nature. So please consider um, subscribing to his channel. And Keisha has two channels. One of them uh, is Dreadlock Diaries, where she discusses her story regarding dreadlocks and things of that nature and how to properly care for your hair, okay, which is something we all need. In my case, I don't have much left for what little hair I do have. I try to take good care of that. So, and also she has another platform which is called NY Grapevine, okay, um, where she discussed more like gossip. I think gossip stories and things like that in the entertainment industry, things of that nature. So please consider subscribing to these people. Okay, and yes, and let's follow Kishal's example. Let's get those likes up, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kishal. So, okay. So let's see. So we all need we all need time um, to relax. We all need time to calm down. We all need time to detox and things of that nature because it could be rough out there. Okay, because you're dealing with the insanity of work. Sometimes you deal with insane coworkers or insane supervisors or insane customers. And then you get on public transportation and you got to deal with the insane people on the platform and things of that nature. And then you come home, and sometimes you have to deal with family members who act like they're okay. Okay, thank you very much, Keishon. I really appreciate all the support. So when you come home, the last thing you want to do is get into a fight with your children, your significant other, regarding who knows. Okay, your home should be your sanctuary. You're, where you be able to, the detox. Okay, so you need to be able to relax. And of course, what I do is before I go to bed, I go to bed listening to relaxing music, which does help me sleep. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll listen to some jazz music. I'll listen to some easy listening music. Um, Sometimes I'll listen to Gregorian chant music, even though I don't understand a word of Latin. But it's what it does. It creates a peaceful environment for me to sleep. Okay. So, and we all need our sleep. We all need sleep because if we don't get our sleep, we're going to be like crap the next day. Okay. So we all need to do things to, this, to relax. Okay. Whether it be a hobby, that too, whether it be a hobby, whether it be doing a YouTube channel, something. You need to do things in order to relax you. Some people relax listening to music. Other people relax knitting. Other people do other things. Okay. Whatever you do, do what you can in order to de-stress and relax. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I think I have covered. Now, I have been talking for almost an hour. Let's see. Yeah, that helps too. Okay. So I have been talking for almost an hour. So do anybody else have any thoughts? Okay. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll stop to wrap up this string. Okay. And let's see. Okay. Um, hmm, let's see. Okay. Let me. This is what I think. Um, why she thinks during the race, I don't know. But I think what you need to do to think about is calling it a day and realize she's not going to be the Republican candidate. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But like I said before, it's going to look like it's going to be a rematch of the 2020 election. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. So basically, The battle between two grumpy old men. Okay. And I have said this before, and I said this again. I have no, I am not crazy about either one. Okay. I've already stated the reason why. Okay. Joe Biden has been in politics ever since I was um, I would say like 50 years. Okay. I think he should just call it. I think he should just retire and just call it a day and live off his pension. Which I mean, basically, he has a pen. You have a pension as vice president. Now, when he retires, will he be collecting two pensions? One as vice president of the United States, former vice president, and one as a former president. That's going to be interesting to find out. Yeah, that's the whole point. And again, I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. No one, and I repeat, no one over the age of 60 should run for politics. Okay. And before you come at me, whatever, I'm 61 years old. So if I really wanted to run for politics, I could have done it when I was younger. At this stage, no. Okay. I know there are some people that can remain alert and vibrant into their 70s, 80s, and 90s. But have you seen Joe Biden in action? Or better yet, have you seen Donald Trump in action? Okay. It's kind of like, I think the best analogy, you see two old folks fighting in an old folks home regarding the who's getting the last cup of Jello or the last pudding. Okay, I'm not all that crazy regarding politics, but you have to be educated as far as what's going on. I mean, I'm just keeping it real, folk. You gotta keep okay. Uh, I don't know. I mean, if you've seen some of his rallies, I mean, he has said some bizarre things. Um, Again, these two have a lot to be desired. I mean, both of them suck. Okay, both of them. Okay, and all I can say is we're screwed. Okay, and if we're thinking that the House and the Senate are going to do any better, uh, no. The House, they are too busy trying to impeach Joe Biden or impeach the Secretary of Homeland Security or come up with it. Okay. Because, look, can anyone state anything positive that the Republican Party has done since they took over the House? I think this is a perfect analogy. You get the point. The Republican Party in the House have done jack nothing to help with their constituency. And before you talking about the Democrats have not done that much better. Okay. So, and again, the only way we're going to fix this situation if we have a viable third party option. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So, in any case, I have talked for over an hour, and I do appreciate the interaction going on in the chat. Okay, I really do. Okay, and of course, I appreciate all those who see fit to consume my content. Now, one thing that I neglected to mention that as a YouTube creator is that you're going to have peaks and valleys. As you continue to produce content, you're going to have weeks where people are going to be flocking to watch your content, that is, and you're going to have weeks where there's very little activity. Okay. One thing that we all have to bear in mind, this is not a sprint, this is a marathon. So there's going to be weeks where you're not going to get a lot of people watching your content. And then you're going to have weeks where people are like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Okay. The key is being consistent and produce content on a regular basis. Now, as far as how often you can do it, that's totally up to you. Okay. You can do it once a week, twice a week. You can do it once every 2 weeks. You can do it once a month. What I mean, that's something that's up to you. Okay. So with that with that being said, I'm gonna start to wrap this up. But I do appreciate all those um, who watch the stream. Either they watch it live or they'll watch it from the playback. And of course, you're more than welcome to put your comments in the after, after the stream is over. Just keep it respectable, because if you don't, guess what's going to happen? It's going to be deleted. So basically, you did this in vain. So I will be doing these open discussion streams, either this or in my thoughts, in my words, once a week. Okay. Perhaps the next time I have a little bit more traffic. But in any case, I really appreciate those who catch it live, including the people from the clouds. Okay. And of course, I'm going to close the same way that I always close, that we must do everything we can to minimize our content um, with a mentally and intellectually challenged, because if we fail to do so, we will be infected by their stupidity, and that's insanity. This has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Hossein Negron. Wishing all of you a good night. Take care. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Peace.